Hello guys, my name is Karina and today we're going to have a spooky summerween book haul and yeah, that's it. I will show you the books that I bought for the summerween and that's this week's video. So the first book that I want to talk about is Misery by Stephen King. And I need to mention something that these are all written in Persian since I am speaking English and this content is for international. This is international and I'm speaking English. I want to make sure that everybody understands and so that's why I will put every book that I will show, I will put the English cover right here so you guys can see which book I'm talking about. So yeah, as I mentioned, I will talk about Misery by Stephen King. This book is about Annie Wilkes. She's a fan of this is a story about Paul Sheldon, who is a famous writer, and he has an accident, and Annie Wilkes takes care of him. And at first she seems so nice and generous, but soon she reveals that she's so obsessed with Paul Sheldon's book, so she forces Paul Sheldon. She traps him in her house and she forces him to write her some new novel. And yeah, that's the story of Paul Sheldon. Next book that I will be talking about is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. And so this book is about a young scientist called Victor Frankenstein. He creates a living creature throughout a scientific experiment, and by the time it gets alive and it comes to life, Victor abandons him, and that creature gets angry and seeks revenge. So yeah, that's the story. And also it's a gothic novel. Yeah, it's a gothic novel. I read somewhere that it's gothic. And you all have probably watched Frankenstein 2025 already. Probably most of you have watched it. I haven't, so that's why I think I will do a pages to popcorn with this book. I think I will finish this in one day. I think I'm not sure. When I finish this, so basically pages to popcorn is when you read a book and the book also has a movie. First you read the book and then go watch the movie and tell your spot the differences, and I think it sounds fun. And I also might make a TikTok account for this YouTube channel, so I think I will link it in the description. So I will update you all with this pages to popcorn that I will do, I guess, but not soon, because the next book that I'm going to start is Misery by Stephen King, and Beyond Good and Evil by Nietzsche. Yeah, I read that type of books. Also, I read those type of books, like philosophy classics, and I think I haven't read much, but we also do have a spooky classic here, Perfume by Patrick Zuskind. And yeah, I will be recommending this next one. And yeah, I think I will also make a classic books, philosophy classic books recommendation, but I haven't read that much classic books to be recommending you all. I think I will put it away for the future. And yeah, but we will definitely have a classic books recommendation, I promise. So I showed you all already. The next book is Perfume by Patrick Zuskind. So this book is about a boy who is born in 18th century in France, and he's born with a extraordinary power, if I say power, which he can smell everything and he can memorize every single smell, everything that he smells. He can memorize it and he can categorize them. That's so interesting. Like, I cannot really explain how it works, but that's really superpower. And yeah, he's he really wants to be a perfumer, and he can make up some perfumes in his head. Like, in his head he can mix up the smells and he can predict how they smell at the end of the project. And yeah, he finally becomes a perfumer, and but when he becomes a perfumer, he wants to invent a perfume that can control people's emotion, and he crosses some boundaries and does some sinister things. I think it's a really interesting book, and by the way, I already read half of it, and that's really interesting. Like, I love this book. It might be one of my favorites. It's I just loved it. When I'm reading it, I just can't put it down. So the next book will be Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson. I'm not sure about the last name. And also I will put the picture here. So this book is about a lawyer who, Dr. Jekyll is basically his close friend, and Dr. Jekyll randomly gives all his properties to a violent, mysterious guy called Mr. Hyde, and they have a mysterious relationship. Like, nobody can understand and dig into their relationship to find out what's happening, but the lawyer, he's called Mr. Utterson. Basically Mr. Utterson tries to understand why randomly Dr. Jekyll is supporting Mr. Hyde, and he gave all his properties to him. And the more he gets into it, the more he investigates, the deeper and the darker this story gets. It's also, as Frankenstein, it's also a gothic novel. I haven't really read that, but that sounds really interesting. Like, I really want to start it. So I have 3 books left, and all of them are written by R.L. Stine. The first book that I will be talking about, written by R.L. Stine, is The Ghost Next Door. When I read the summary, I really couldn't understand what it's about, but it's about a girl, Hannah, who notices strange things happening after a boy called Danny moves next door. She's somehow suspicious of Danny because Danny sometimes disappears without explanation, and the house next to her seems empty, although Danny lives there. And when she investigates through this, she understands and figures out some things about herself, and she realized that things are not the way that they seem. And I don't know, that sounds really exciting. Like, I really want to start it. Also, I love R.L. Stein. Like, I love the way he writes. It's amazing. And the next one is My Name is Evil, also by R.L. Stein. This book is about a teenage boy who becomes involved with a girl called Evil, like her name is Evil. And yeah, so basically, he notices some strange things happening, like some strange things begin to happen, and he realized that Evil is, keeping some dangerous secrets from him, and he tries to, find out the truth and save himself before it's too late. And sounds thrilling. Like, it's I don't know, teenage or child horror book. Okay, I'm sorry, my phone randomly stopped recording mid recommendations. Sorry. I don't know, R.L. Stein's book always get me. Like, they just hit different. They are spooky, but not that spooky. You get chills. I don't know how to describe them, but they are really well written, you know? I just love them. So this was this week's video, and yeah, I will be making more content about these things. Supernatural and books, psychology. I don't know. There isn't a certain subject that I really want to talk about in my channel. I just talk about my interests and everything that I find interesting and fun. So yeah, I would be happy to see you subscribe and like this video. Also, I would be happy if you could give me some more recommendation, like more summerween recommendations, because I'm really looking for more spooky books, like more Stephen King. If you can give me some more Stephen King books, yeah, thank you. Please comment your favorite spooky book so that I'll know. And yeah, just give me some recommendations. Bye.